All right, so welcome to Party Invite's very first Fight Club. Yeah, we're talking about it, but this time it's okay. This Fight Club is a daring attempt not to declare a winner of combat, but a winner in your hearts. We each will get exactly 3 minutes to tell you, the fans, why their topic is the most important facet of gaming in 2021. At their cutoff, the competitors will then get to rumble amongst themselves for 2 minutes to disprove that argument. After all is said and done, we'll each vote for the winning combatant, and a final, potentially tie-breaking vote will come in from one of our lucky party members. That will be Nerd Meat, who has given us one final vote, one final tally, just in case. In case we all decide to vote for ourselves. But other than that, does everything sound clear to all of you guys?
Yeah. Sounds good to me.
Yes.
All right. Well, then let the battle commence. And Chris, and of course my screen locks at the same time, your time has started.
In order to... no... Hold on a second.
You got this. You got this.
Can we start over? When I opened my docs, it didn't work. Sorry, my bad.
We'll give you this one mulligan.
One mulligan.
One mulligan.
Try this again.
All right, you got it. You got it open.
Yeah, we're good to go.
All right, timer started.
In order to look forward, mine is PS5 will outsell Xbox Series X in 2021, and it won't be close. In order to look forward to the future, let's take a look back at the last generation's sales. As of November, the PS4 sold 113.5 million, and the Xbox One sold 48.5 million. That's a significant gap of people already invested in the PlayStation ecosystem as opposed to Xbox. Let's say half of those people who purchased a PS4, so 56.75 million, that's still more than the Xbox One sold, by the way, purchased their games digitally. Those 56 million are already incentivized to go with the PS5 when they upgrade to next gen by being able to bring over the digital PS4 library with them. I'm being generous as well by saying only half, because a report by Polygon states that over half of all game sales are now digital. The PS5 was pre-ordered more in 12 hours than PS4 was in 12 weeks. Think about that for a second. More sold in 12 hours than PS4 did in 12 weeks, and the PS4 is the second best-selling home console of all time. What is incentivizing gamers to buy an Xbox Series X or S for that matter? Game Pass is absolutely an amazing thing, but nearly all of its library is available on PC. And their exclusives? What exclusives? Their biggest exclusive, Halo Infinite, has been pushed to the end of 2021, and which will no doubt give it a sales bump around the holidays, but what about the other 10 months of the year? And speaking of holiday sales, Xbox naming convention is not consumer friendly at all. And when you think about unknowing parents and grandparents trying to buy a console, it's going to be a problem. On pre-order day for the Xbox Series X, the Xbox One X sales went up 747% because of the naming problems. Whoever did that fucked up. How many memes have you seen about not being able to get an Xbox Series X? Maybe right at launch you saw some, but I'm still seeing PS5 memes to this day. I mentioned exclusives earlier, so let's dig into that a bit. As of now, and of all of this is subject to change because of the state of the industry, here are the PlayStation exclusives available in 2021. Ratchet & Clank Rift Apart, Horizon Forbidden West, Stray, Returnal, Gran Turismo 7, and Destruction All-Stars, which will be free on PS Plus. If you include console exclusive, but available on PC and timed exclusives, you have Kena Bridge of Spirits, Solar Ash, Goodbye Volcano High, Guilty Gear Strive, Little Devil Inside, Ghostwire Tokyo, and Deathloop. All of this is to say, I think it's clear that Sony will blow Xbox out of the water sales-wise in 2021 and for the foreseeable future. And analysts agree with me. Cited in a GameIndustry.biz article, an analyst expects PS5 to sell 66 million sold by the end of 2024, compared to 37 million for Series X. I yield the rest of my time.
Wow, that's not a lot of it.
All right. Very nice. All right, so 2 minutes of discussion, debate. Let's go.
I mean, what if I don't disagree? Like, I feel like...
Fight. Agree.
Reginald! I actually agree.
My take on that is simply that I think despite the crazy desire for new systems, the overall numbers that we have seen, it's consoles are such a small portion of overall fan base, overall games played and stuff like that. So I think we'll see in something I might talk about later as to how the gap in console sales will be bridged a little bit more. So I don't think that the console sales are going to be that drastically different between any of the systems.
What do you have to like back that? Like, what is there besides?
And that's simply that because of the services like Game Pass, there's not necessarily the need to have the competition console sales as the thing. As far as that goes, I mean, I kind of feel at this point that all the PS5s and all the Xboxes are just sold, and that's how it is. I don't know how many units are going to be in production over the year, but I feel like we still may not even see a real move from any company, even Nintendo, as far as getting enough systems out there to make a big difference this year.
I don't think that logistics honestly would be the problem. I think the fact that people being able to play Xbox games on their PC is just going to be put like a whole dent in their sales.
Absolutely.
So I feel like PS5 will outsell. I don't know if it's going to be like a bajillion million, but I feel like it's definitely going to outsell for sure, or outsell rather.
And 5 seconds left. Anything else? Huh? All right.
I said my piece.
So.
Oh, but also, I'm just kidding.
All right. So, Devi, looks like you're up and your time has started.
Well, first of all, I'm American, not European. Thank you. But my topic, of course, will be about Nintendo, because I don't know if you guys know this, but I'm a huge Nintendo fan. So we're gonna jump right into that because I think that we're gonna have like the biggest year ever for Nintendo because there are so many anniversaries coming out. We got Metroid, we got Zelda, we have Pokemon, we have Donkey Kong, which is my favorite video game series of all time. And then we're still celebrating the 35th anniversary because Mario doesn't know how to shut up. We had all that last year, and we're still getting Bowser's Fury, 3D World. So that's gonna be really cool. I've seen the trailer for that, and I'm super duper hyped about it. But I also wouldn't be surprised if we got some kind of spin-off. We need another Mario spin-off to come out here because we got Paper Mario last year. But what about Strikers? Next Level Games just got bought up by Nintendo, so Super Mario Strikers, anybody? That's what I'm talking about. That's what we need up in our lives. The Nintendo and Super Nintendo online thing is a really big thing right now. They just released Donkey Kong Country on that. 1 and 2. I'm really excited to see what they do with the anniversary games. So are we going to see any more Metroids? Are they going to bring in the Game Boy and then do Game Boy Metroid? Are we going to get some more, Donkey Kong Land? What's going on there? Are we going to get Pokemon Pinball Machine? I want to see the Game Boy Virtual Console come to life, and I want to see anniversary games on that as well. I think that's going to be really cool to see if we do that. Also, Pokemon. Can we talk about a new Pokemon Snap coming out this year? What are we talking? We have been waiting for this for 10 years. And it's not the only game that we have that's coming out that's an oldie but a goodie. We have No More Heroes coming out, No More Heroes 3. We have The World Ends With You, finally, an actual sequel. Not just a port, an actual sequel. And it looks to be like Persona 5 open world-esque. And I feel the comparison is there. But if you think it's a clone, I don't think you've actually played the game. And I really think you should check it out. It's going to be a lot of fun. We're also going to get Bayonetta 3. Hello. A Nintendo exclusive, I think. I'm pretty sure. And if it's not, well, you got to get on the Switch because it's Bayonetta on the go. Hello. Breath of the Wild 2. Breath of the Wild 2. May I say more? Do I need to say any more than that? I don't think I do. Shin Megami Tensei 5. If you like the Persona games and you don't want to try out the battle, what's it called? Scramble. Really good idea to check out Shin Megami Tensei 5. I highly recommend it if you like turn-based RPGs. If you like weird Japanese demons that have weird appendages that we don't want to talk about because this is quote-unquote family-friendly, please do check it out. It's going to be a super duper big year, and I'm really excited. And I hope that we get our own version of Super Nintendo World, even though we are the worst people to deal with this pandemic. I know we're going to get it eventually, but Nintendo Japan is getting it, and that's a big old step. We get to see people trying to attempt the backwards Yahoo jump, on the bounce stairs. Pictures are going to be all over the place. I want the merchandise. I want everything. So, Nintendo, big old year. That's what I want to see. That's all.
All right, that was Devi's time. And 2 minutes debate.
My question would be,
Nope, you're wrong.
and this is probably gonna be tough. Do we think that Nintendo has a bigger year than PlayStation? I think it's definitely possible.
I honestly think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. This topic I really agree with, just because the sheer number of possibilities is endless. Like,
Right.
I feel like PlayStation already got their nostalgia stuff out of the way with the PS3 to PS4 generational change. So I don't think they're going to be they're not going to try to bring back Jack and Daxter again or anything like that.
No.
Obviously, Naughty Dog is like the main.
Although Time and
reason
Tasmanian
why
Tiger
they're-
does have a Kickstarter right now for a sequel, which is so weird.
Regardless of what we see, PS5 is still in a transitional stage. So is Xbox, but Nintendo is living its best life right now.
Right, but the thing is, all of the stuff and the anniversaries is all speculation. We have no idea what's coming at all with Nintendo. Like, we could get like barely anything, like the bare minimum of like the things that we're excited for from Nintendo. We could get the bare minimum. Like, how long has Bayonetta been out there as like it's coming? How long has Metroid Prime 4 been out there as like, hey, it's happening? It's been
That is
several-
true on those.
But how many times have they showed up at a direct and they're like, "Hey, check out this exciting news! It's live," or "Hey, check
Right
out this
now.
exciting news! It's out next month."
Yeah.
It's only January, and I feel like the strength.
Look at
of
your
the-
chair!
that they're just like, and here you go.
Yeah.
You're like,
less
what? I don't have money.
Less No Man's Sky promises and more like, hey, these Mii fighters are available in 5 minutes.
I
Or
just
this,
You know, it's like the Me Fighter Battle Royale 35.
Why not?
Despite all these anniversaries and things, I do think there is a chance that Nintendo fans are disappointed at the end of 2021.
I would agree with that.
I mean,
Unfortunately.
they do have high expectations, so.
All right, it looks like I am up. So, time has started. So for me, my point is that Game Pass will prove to be the most valuable games as a service option in the industry in 2021. And to be fair, I do want to point out that there are a lot of industry analysts out there, whether it's NPD or Newzoo or Superdata. Like, there's all these different ways to track all this data. So in researching this, it was a little hard, and you'll find some varying numbers as far as like global revenue or percentage of growth in the industry. But no matter what, you see a huge spike in 2020. The range for the growth in the range for growth in the industry that I found was between 10 and 20% from 2019 to 2020, and from 2018 to 2019, it was only between 3 and 5%. So I thought that was really funny. The sky is the limit as far as growth in the industry and growth in revenue in the industry. And so for Game Pass specifically, Microsoft did let us know a couple times in 2020. They updated how many subscriptions they had, showcased 10 million subs in April, and then they had 15 million subs in September. And so if they were at that point growing by 1 million subs every month, right now or in the near future, we could hear that they have 20 or 20 plus million subs on Game Pass. And that's huge. That's a situation where they didn't have to sell that many consoles in such a short time. And so getting the number of subscribers that they have to Game Pass, to me, was thanks to great additions to the roster of games, the bundling of the xCloud streaming service with Game Pass, as well as EA Play, which adds a whole lot of value. And then, of course, the timely acquisition of ZeniMax to give Microsoft Bethesda. That made a big difference. 2020, we saw a whole lot of great AAA titles come to Game Pass, like Doom Eternal, Control, Destiny 2 Beyond Light, Dragon Quest XI, Monster Hunter World. Huge indie games like Spiritfarer and Scourgebringer came in, and no genre was untouched, basically. And then, of course, xCloud streaming is expanding to PC and iOS devices. And if you're not familiar with that, the cloud is integrated into the Game Pass app. And I can't stress it enough, you do not have to have an Xbox system in order to use it. So you just pay for the service. And if Game Pass subs doubled this in 2020 with only Android devices being on the table, iPhone users are going to make that number go sky high. There is a lot there to digest, especially with with the industry's revenue being 90% digital sales. So that's all the time I have, unfortunately.
Devi agrees with you. I'm just going to say that.
In 2 minutes. There we go.
iPhone. Okay. All right. Cool.
What you
I
got?
don't disagree that Game Pass is going to be really valuable. I mean, already so far it has proven its value time and time again. You know, you were talking about all the stuff that just came out for it, and
Right.
it's multi-platform. You can do it on your mobile, you can do it on the console, you can do it on PC. Not all the time can those communicate in such a fashion, like together. You can't play like one thing on the other, which I think is gonna hold it back eventually. But I don't know. It seems like that's a good point for me.
Yeah, I mean, you seem like the winner to me. The way I look at it is that if I was a serious gamer and I owned a console and a computer, if I owned an Xbox and a PC, I only get access to these things here, but I get access to a huge amount of things. But if I, like me, have a PlayStation and a PC, I actually have access to everything. Especially if, Carlos, I got
Right.
I have an iPhone, but if I had an Android, I could play anything on Game Pass. So I could play any Xbox title, any computer title, and any PlayStation title. So that's really
As
hard.
long as you have good internet, that is the big hiccup.
Right.
Though.
At least on the mobile side, that's the issue there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Game Pass is fantastic, and it's great to have a PC and be able to access all those titles, possibly do it mobily, and if you have a PlayStation, you're getting the best of everything.
But is anything on the service exclusive to Xbox?
Yes,
Besides, I mean, like
technically. Well, sorry. No, when you look at it with the PC wise, but
Yeah.
like Flight
so
Simulator,
it's the same problem as having an Xbox. Period. If you have a PC, then it's kind of like
pretty much, yeah.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
guess I have an iPhone that I paid too much for. That's enough. I yield my time.
We only got 3 seconds anyway. All right, so that one's up. So we got Thomas. You got 3 minutes. Let's
Okay,
go.
hold on. Okay, 3 minutes. All right, so my argument is really an argument for accessibility, not unlike Carlos with the Game Pass. Is that the PS5 is the first console designed for casual shared experiences. I think a lot of the games industry is focused on the people like the four of us. We're very serious gamers. We care enough to spend money on real hardware, a bunch of different services, because to us it is valuable. But I think a lot of people, they don't watch games industry news. They don't care about a whole lot of things. What they do care about is playing games. And especially in the age of COVID, it's very important to have shared social experiences. And since we can't meet up to have those, I think the PS5 is the answer to that. If people really want to share those experiences, that comes in the form of streaming and multiplayer, or not even multiplayer, but just offline shared experiences. The reason I say this is first and foremost that PS5 has a built-in microphone in it. The microphone, you can either have it recording all the time. So if you have a trophy that pops up like we had, your PS5 will take a video. And when you go back and look at that video and you realize it was recording you and you were like, oh, when something happened on screen, that's a really novel experience. And suddenly you have content, like you have something you can share with your friends. It's a fun thing because something that's so important about gaming is that the most important things aren't always what's happening on the screen. It's very important to think about what's happening in front of the screen. So when you have the microphone on the controller, an important part is that if I want to listen to audio from the game and people can hear my voice, normally you'd put on headphones, which means only I can hear the audio. Well, if I'm sitting on my couch with my girlfriend or my partner or my family or my kid, whoever, I want them to be able to hear it too. And maybe if I'm offline, especially, I want to share our whole experience with you guys. That means I want my partner to be picked up on the microphone as well. So instead of a headphone that really listens to me, the microphone on the controller picks up everything that you want, and it has reasonable quality. There's also a webcam that is not proprietary, like the PlayStation 4. It's affordable. It costs about the same as a game for your PlayStation, and you can set it wherever you want to capture whatever you want. And if you want to upgrade because you're possibly a serious gamer, you can add a green screen to it. So if you want to start casual and upgrade, that's a way to do it. But because that, let's see, You also, the other thing, I got 20 seconds left, is that if you're streaming from the PS5, the stream overlay interface is so much smoother, and you can use chat. You can put chat in 6 different places on your screen, and you can read those messages, which makes it, and they're not obtrusive to the gameplay. So it's so much easier to stream without using your phone, which is a barrier to entry. So that's the end of my time.
There we go. All right, and we've got 2 minutes to argue. Let's go.
Okay, my one thing about that is the fact that it records like a little video and records the audio whenever you pop a trophy. I feel like some people would see that as a negative and not actually see that as something positive that's happening.
And you can turn it off.
Yeah.
You can turn off taking videos as a trophy, and you can turn off to have your mic just pick up whenever you don't tell it to. So if you think that's intrusive, there's an option for that.
That's good.
Because I thought that too.
Yeah.
That's neat.
I will say the camera is legit for $60. That is
a good
crazy, and it's got like 2 lenses. I don't even know. I kind of want to try to get it to see if it'll work on PC. But my question was, does
proprietary port? So I think it should. The
that'd
PS4
be nice.
was stupid with their camera.
It's
not good.
dumb.
Does PlayStation use an app for like captures or anything like that? Can you access them on your phone?
I wish that was better. But everything, it takes whatever you're recording, and then the only app in the PS4 is the video, so you can like edit the video and stuff. But there's no proprietary software that says, "Hey, here's how."
Gotcha.
You don't go here to hit play. You do that in the UI that you can access anywhere.
Because like the Xbox side of things, it's a little clunky, but
Are any of these features available on the iPhone though?
Well, the iPhone isn't the hang-up actually. So right now, I mean, I would even say right now, Carlos, Game Pass has my vote. Game Pass has my vote.
I'm not gonna argue anymore.
Because while I like all those things that I outlined, the biggest hang-up right now is that I can't easily get screenshots or video from my PlayStation to my phone. And that's really frustrating. And I feel like that will change. Well, at least the videos will change. But that's easily my biggest hang-up. That is the least accessible part about all this.
How dare you take my joke question and turn it into a serious answer?
All right. Well, that was spirited. Valid points were made, of course, and hearts were broken, yada, yada. That said, we each will have about a minute to vote for who makes the most convincing point. You can write it down or just say it out loud at the 1 minute mark when I say let's go. And while we are doing that, I'm going to have the lovely Nerd Meat. Everybody else will see this a little clearer than you guys, but Nerd Meat shot a little bit of video for us to show his very thorough election process.
Oh, how fun!
I think you could probably see it better that way.
Yep.
This is the most secure election process.
I can't see what he's doing. I can see that he's writing,
He's
but
writing
I
something, yeah.
can't see what he's doing at all.
Oh, he's cutting now.
Yeah, he's cutting.
Such a craftsman.
What a crafty fella.
I feel like I'm watching like a tutorial on YouTube or something.
War is the only thing he picked up from World of Warcraft.
Okay, so that was him creating the votes, and then once we explain who we voted for, and we don't have to explain, we can just say the name, then we will see who he voted for, just in case there was ever any question of a tie or anything like that. So, without further ado, who are we all voting for? Since I can see Thomas first. I don't know. Let's go with you. Who'd you vote for?
Okay, do I give my one winner or do I give a tiered ranked voting system?
Your one winner.
Okay, my one winner then is you. It's Game Pass.
Woo!
So the reason we vote is we're trying to vote on the most important gaming facet of 2021.
Yep.
So yeah,
That's right.
I think that's it.
Awesome. Devi, what you got?
Obviously, I vote for myself because why wouldn't I? I'm amazing.
You did make a valid point by being
Thank you.
amazing.
I had a lot of talking points I actually had to cut out because Nintendo is gonna have such a big year this year, honestly, and I really hold fast to that. And I don't like that a lot of it is kind of speculation, but I believe in the power of hope and imagination, and that is what Nintendo captures best, I think.
Nice.
Yeah.
Chris, who are you voting for?
This is gonna be tough for you guys because this is a visual thing. But on my little board here that normally says party invite, it says I vote me.
Mm-hmm.
I thought about switching it. I thought about switching it to Carlos, but trying to find all those letters very quickly while we were doing this was difficult. But me was quicker, and it's right there.
That's hilarious. Me was quicker.
So you vote for yourself for the meme. You gotta do it for the van.
Awesome. Well, unfortunately, I also vote for me, but for Game Pass. I definitely
did Chris
think.
vote for himself, or did he vote for you?
I voted for
Sorry. Yeah, me is totally a different thing.
Everybody but me voted for themselves. My vote's for me now. My vote's for me.
So that is the point. That is why we have Nerd Meet. So I have voted for myself for Game Pass. Without a doubt, it's gonna make the most changes in the industry. I think just either everybody catching up to Game Pass or just everybody having Game Pass. It's gonna make a big difference. And I do think Nintendo and Xbox still have their own thing up their sleeves potentially with that. So that's another conversation for another day.
Well, it sounds like you won
So-
then. Even with Nerd Meet's vote, it sounds like you're probably gonna unless there's a tie.
No, okay, I actually do vote for Carlos.
Yeah,
I'm not
see-
voting for myself.
I mean, if I didn't vote for me, I would vote for Carlos too. So I'm pretty sure that he is like the winner.
Yeah.
We'll see, because I didn't think about literally every option. So we did have to have a community member join us just for the fun of it, though. So let's go ahead and hear Nerd Meat what he has to say.
Hey everyone, Nerd Meat
Hi,
here
Ethan.
with your winning vote. Now, I've got my names to put into the hat right here.
He's got,
All four of them. Now, if only
Wait, what?
I had a
he's got my
hat.
hat.
Right.
I forgot that he.
Got
Got
one.
one.
Okay.
I want to get a bomber. Are they still for sale?
I could give you one.
I vote for
I have-
Thomas.
Oh wait.
Oh,
Please, the suspense.
he's like, oh no, the votes are in my hat.
Yeah.
The winner is Chris.
Oh, interesting.
Well, I'm not the winner, but that means there's
Yeah,
a
well,
So
So
That's
if
what I
we
find
had a
interesting.
tiebreaker, or if we needed
So-
a tiebreaker,
yeah, if we had a tiebreaker, then Nerd Meat would have definitely satisfied that, I think. So it depends on what you guys think. Since this is our first Fight Club, we can either
I
physically
feel
duel
like
it out
Carlos
later.
is
Or...
the clear winner.
it is a tie right
okay,
now. So what I
feel
think,
like-
what
I feel
I
like
think,
Game Pass.
so what I think
feel like
should
Game
happen
Pass is the
is we should, after we put this on Patreon and then we release it to the world, they will decide the winner.
Okay.
Ooh.
I feel you there. I can do that. I can stave off this victory for that long.
Mhm.
man,
I bet you
I say
can.
I say we declare two for the same reason that the Game Awards only has 10% of their vote go to community because it can skew it to just be the most popular answer and not necessarily the best argument.
Oh, well then I win.
Well, so I think, well, what it'll be is everybody votes, and then one, like we post a poll, everybody votes, and then whichever one has the most in the poll will get one vote, thusly getting the win. Unless it's a tie, again, then we have a
Alright.
whole other issue. But
And
we'll
then we settle
we'll
in
cross that when we
Smash.
get there. Yeah.
Oh yeah, and it's gonna be Devi at that point. But yeah,
And then
whatever.
also play. And then also we play the video game.
So definitely thank you guys for being here as usual, party members, and For the fans out there, that's all the time that we have today. But we really hope that you enjoyed this format, and we're looking forward to bringing more of it to you. Definitely, if be on the lookout for a poll in the future somewhere, probably on Twitter and Discord and Facebook and everywhere. But be on the lookout. We're going to see who officially won this thing, and good night.
Bye, everyone. Party hardy.
Bye.
I'm making it happen.